Hello, C2 students. Ready for the exams and the new work on the platform? What I'm going to do with you now is brief you with what we have done last week, then tell you what is expected from you on the platform and what you should do for your exams. First, let me brief you with what we have covered last week. Last week, we worked on that document that was sent to you by email. It was called Week 3, Unit 2. And the first thing we discussed was the advantages of being able to speak more than one language. We read a text, and from this text, we tried to find out these advantages. The first advantage was it boosts, learning a new language or being able to speak a new language. It boosts your future career because research showed that people who use languages in their jobs earn 8% more than those people who do not. The second advantage was that it boosts your brain power and slows down the rate at which your brain ages. Plus, it helps you to improve your ability to use your first language. Moreover, being able to speak more than one language helps you to build new relationships with others and enriches your experiences of other cultures and gives you an access of literature in the language it was originally written. Then we read an article by the British Council on their website, which was called Learn English Teens. In this article, we read it critically and for comprehension because we wanted to find out the nature of the British people, or the Brits or the Britons, as it was mentioned in the text or the article. And in this article, we found out the British people are well known for not being able to speak more than one language, and that was English. And of course, it was a problem for the British government. They tried to solve this problem and they suggested two solutions. The first one was to introduce languages at an early age and to introduce more languages as well. And we found out that students past the age of 14, they give up learning new languages or studying new foreign languages because it's really hard for them to learn English, to learn languages, because they start learning any foreign language at the age of 11. And the other difficulty or challenge they face is that they want to get good grades to be able to achieve good grades at the end to be in the university or the college they're dreaming of. So they think it's easier for them to score better in other subjects like science or math, for example, rather than in languages. Then the third activity was a poster. And this poster told us why we should learn another language. And in this poster, we made inferences and we drew conclusions. I'm going to revise with you quickly the main important questions that we were supposed to draw conclusions on. The first one was the heading of the poster, and the question says, why have the writer used a question for the heading? And we said writers usually do that to grab the attention of the audience. Then we moved to the second question, which is, who's the target audience for this poster? And we said that basically this poster is made for teenagers or school-age students who want to go to college. Because first of all, in the pictures, we can see two teenagers. Then we have a picture of a test with an A on it. So we assume that the target audience are students. Then we have this message or this text which says it can help you get into your dream college. And of course, teenagers are the ones who dream of getting into their dream college. Plus, it says it can help you land an awesome job And of course, again, it's teenagers. So if we look at the drawings and the pictures and the text, we will find out that the target audience should be teenagers. Then we had this question, what's the message of the poster? The message, of course, of this poster is to encourage students to learn new languages, or the author here is trying to show us the advantages of learning other languages. And if we want to discuss the purpose of the author, we can say the author is trying to persuade or convince the audience to learn a new language because of the so many advantages he mentioned in the poster. Then we move to this text about should English be the universal language or not. The author, he put his point of view, and then we discuss whether we agree on this point of view or not. Finally, we had this visual text. It was a video about a new language which was called Esperanto. And again, we answer some questions about the ability to use it practically or not. Are we interested to do the same or not, and so on. And whether it is a good idea to have Esperanto as the universal language. Why do we agree or why do we disagree? And that's it. This is what we have covered last week. For this week on the platform, I have given you just a little activity. You're not going to do a lot of work because I know that you need to study for your exams. But basically here we're going to work on something called the borrowed words. It's a really interesting activity. You're not going to do much, but it's interesting. And let me tell you here, in this activity, you're going to apply skills and knowledge in unfamiliar situations. Languages are constantly evolving, and the English language is no exception. Every year, hundreds of new words are added to Oxford English Dictionary, and new entries. Some new entries in 2016 included a lot of new words. For example, we have a new word which is called coined, from the verb coin, which means to invent a new word or phrase. You may be surprised to learn that many of the words used in the English language are not really English at all. They have been borrowed from other languages. I'm going to give you a list of words on the platform, and what you have to do is try to find which country or language they are originated from and write them down on the platform. So on the platform, you will find a list of words, and what you're asked to do is to find out the language or the country these words are originated from. That's it. That's for the platform. About your exams, this week you're going to do Criterion B, reading, and Criterion C, oral or speaking. For Criterion B and Criterion C as well, you should revise week 1 document, week 2 document, and week 3 document of Unit 2. You have received these 3 documents, week 1, week 2, week 3 by email. And you have them on Inquiry 2, Unit 2. So I want you to revise the 3 documents carefully to prepare yourself for the exams. For Criterion B, you will get a reading text from 600 to 700 words, and you will be asked to answer some questions about the 3 strands, strand 1, strand 2, and strand 3. For Criterion C, you will be given 3 prompts in class. You're not going to prepare anything at home for this criterion. For Criterion C, you're going to be given 3 prompts, and you're asked to choose or to select one of them to work on. Then, for each prompt, you will find some guiding questions to help you prepare for a discussion with a teacher. So Ms. Rihan will give you the exam paper. On the exam paper, you will find 3 prompts, and some guiding questions for each prompt. You will choose one prompt, get out your notebook, and take notes answering the questions. You will do this in 3 to 4 minutes. Then you will go to your teacher, and Ms. Riham is going to discuss with you your prompt. I'm going to ask you some questions as well. We will do this, so your oral exam will be from 3 to 5 minutes, and your preparation will be from 3 to 4 minutes. In the discussion with your teacher, don't rely too much on your notes. You can just have a look at your notes to remind yourself of keywords, or you can write bullet points, but you're not going to read the answers from your notebook or from your notes. So study well, get ready, finish your work on the platform, and good luck.